Hello and welcome to the Body Guy Reviews, where good movies rise and bad ones burn. And welcome back to date number 11 for my 12 Days of Christmas movies. So here we are on Christmas Eve. We're almost done, y'all, and luckily for y'all, despite I don't have a franchise eyes for this list, I am actually going to... Okay, I'm sorry, it's just a little testing, 1, 2, 3. I hope y'all can hear me. I'm actually going to review two movies of a two-thirds series, I guess you can call it. Now everyone knows about the snowman Jack Frost. Unfortunately, I am not talking about the Michael Keaton movie. No, I'm talking about the 1997 horror Jack Frost. Oh yes, we're going there. So, yeah. So, fuck it. But before we begin, I should tell y'all something. I might have to delay the final day for after Christmas. Why? 'Cause I'm gonna be at my dad's, and I know I ain't gonna take my laptop with me or anything like that, so I might have to delay it. I'm sorry, y'all, but hey, at least it's gonna be complete. Y'all should appreciate that. And yeah, since I am celebrating Christmas at my mom's, I know you wonder what the heck I got this year. Technically candy, basically candy, a PSP. Hope I bet 2,000 kids might remember that. A Visa debit card. Oh no, let's not tell everyone that. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I totally did not get some type of card, but shut up. What else? Candle, a hot cocoa mug, and Walking Dead Season 1 and 2 for the first season be on the Xbox 360 and Season 2 be on the PS4. So I am complete of that. Almost completely with that. And I also got a hoodie, two hoodies actually, and a t-shirt. And that's it. Oh my god. Alright. Now, let's dig into Jack Frost 1997 and show you what the hell is the difference between Michael Keaton's Jack Frost and the horror movie's Jack Frost. But first, I got some in my hands, so I'll be right back. And, okay, I'm back. So the movie begins just like with kind of like how Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's opening credits went, and that's showing the credits through ornaments and presents. But during so, we hear a little girl talking to her dad and speaking like speaking like a rugrat, by the way. and the father was telling her a story about a guy named Jack Frost. Yes, seriously, there was a guy in that movie called Jack Frost. Not the snowman, a human named Jack Frost. Don't ask why. But anyways, and Jack Frost was actually a criminal in this movie, and was gonna be sentenced to death in prison or execution. So, on a snowy blizzard night, I had two random cops was escorting Jack Frost to his execution place. And no joke, but apparently the place for this movie is at Snowminton. That's why it says Snowminton. Well, here, I'll let y'all take a look. Look, yeah. Yeah, I know, it's weird. But anyway, so yeah. And Jack Frost was in the bag, meanwhile, was smoking a cigarette and breaking a cop's neck. Because he's a killer. And yeah, of course, the roads were not very good. So when they peel off, of course, the cops was like, no. While Jack Frost in the back was like, or basically broke the fourth wall against the other hand, was like, oh yeah. Because let's see the excited. So eventually the truck gets into a crash and Jack Frost breaks free. And the cops are alive, which is good. But Jack Frost is out of handcuffs, which is bad. Oh, and the worst news for him, for some stupid reason, there is a genetic research of acid solution nearby. With fire there. In the snow. No, I had no clue how if they crashed into that, but if they got peeled off by that truck or something. But fuck it. So, due to the fire and the pressure of the heat. Sorry, I had to snore in my nose to keep the germs in, because I'm still sick. Jack Frost unfortunately got sprayed by a shit ton of acid, which not only melts his skin, but melts it all the way in the snow. Then, in a cartoony-like fashion that could have been and part of a Frosty the Snowman horror animated movie, which I think that would have been interesting. Somehow the acid and his, I guess you could say, DNA merge with the snow, and something comes out of the snow, and the cop is horrified by what he saw, so much so that he tries shooting the shit out of it. Meanwhile, we meet the person that captured Jack Frost, who is our main protagonist, Sheriff Sam Tyler. And sorry. And his wife Eileen is trying, knows how worried he is, and tells him that it's midnight, so Jack Frost must be dead. Spoiler, he's fucking not, because fuck this movie. But yeah, but they actually show a flashback of Sam catching Jack and Jack screaming about how he'll get revenge. Kinda like a Chucky-like thing. Because yes, this was a little bit, not entirely, but a little bit like Chucky. If Chucky was replaced by Jack Frost, the Snowman. Not Frosty the Snowman, Jack Frost, the Snowman. And they showed, in the day that everyone in town were getting ready for a snowman contest that they was going to have in town, and they all celebrate Christmas. So much so that for some reason that they have shit tons of carrots that Bugs Bunny would have been like, damn, Doc, I think y'all need to eat something else than carrots. Because of course. I'll admit that the characters in this movie aren't very good. Yeah, they're almost good, but they're just not doing it. But eventually, 3 of the cops, perhaps one of them Sam, soon gets gets into the investigation by seeing Old Man Hopper frozen and dead in his rocking chair. And then we get the first of many shots of three guys looking at one thing right in the center in front of the camera. Which might happen from, I don't know how much time it does it, but trust me, they do it a few times. But yeah, and Officer Sam tried asking this one, his boss, that if Jack Frost is really dead. But, and reminds him that he died in a car accident. However, her one officer, Dr. Stone, I think his name was, or something, actually mentions about the acid that he used to test on a guinea pig. But of course, it was a flop, so he didn't think it would work. But somehow once they fucking found out that Jack Frost got deal with it, it did work. People are so stupid. And we also in the movie, there's a kid named Sam has a son named Ryan, and trust me, he is definitely the worst out of them all. And Selena, the mother, his mom, decides to let him go out and mess with the snowman that is somehow on their front lawn. I don't know why, but oh well. And like most Christmas movies, we just had to get a fucking bully. I'm sorry, y'all, but this whole bully thing in Christmas movies is getting fucking old. Unless you count the Grinch, then don't. Because just know, he doesn't hate Christmas, he just hates people. But seriously, but aside from the Grinch, and bullies like this one is just so fucking old that it needs to stop. Not even Christmas horror movies are safe from this. But then again, I should know what killers are for a horror movie. But yeah. Anyway, so the bullies, of course, mess with Ryan and his snowman, even knocking off his head. So then, without, I guess you could say, anybody seeing, Jack Frost pushes the bully down the bully's name, though the leader bully is named Billy, by the way. And of course, there's a sled coming by near his head, and right off. And later in the crime scene, the parents, of course, wants to blame Ryan for it because they think he's the killer. Mind you, this has been starting to sound a little bit like motherfucking Child's Play. But it's not. It's Jack fucking Frost. So, though of course, Ryan's not Annie Barkley. Meanwhile, later on, Sam checks out some letters from Jack, knowing that he still wants revenge from him. And Billy's dad, Jacob, I think, was having a shitty night by stabbing his wife and his daughter. Even pulling on her on a tad too hard. So Jake his name is Jake, by the way. Hey, sorry. But basically he goes outside for a smoke. And for some reason, here's Jack Frost speaking despite the snowman ain't moving. Hell, he's fucking too stupid to even know that the snowman's talking or the voice is coming from the snowman. Yeah, that is stupid. So soon, and then Jax grabs an axe and shove it down Jake's throat and be like, "Gee, I only ask you for smoke." 'Cause yes, like Freddy Krueger, he just had to have one-liners. Like him, and Chucky, and Jigsaw! Sorry, I had to cough there for a second, so... Then meanwhile, Jake's mom, or wife, comes into the living room and sees a puddle on the floor. But she didn't think much of it and sits down. While Jack Frost was right behind him. And once she stepped back far enough to feel Jack Frost behind him, Jack started to wrap some Christmas lights around him. And oh, by the way, Jake's wife is named Sally, sorry. But yeah, so he wraps Christmas lights around her throat and force-fed her ornaments. They even play some music that sounds like it could have been like, SpongeBob music. Then he tops out by setting her up on the Christmas tree like she was basically crucified on the Christmas tree with the starlight on top of her head. Then the cops come in and yay, more of them three staring at a fucking body in front of the camera. And unfortunately, Sam gets the case out of his hand. But they also investigate on the puddle to see how Sam was, or how Jack was possibly, how they could came in with like a hair to the puddle, but all it did was made the wire wiggle. But yeah, basically he can melt and freeze at will. Don't ask how. But eventually, when Sam goes to the town meeting to talk with the people in town, one character, Paul, founds a bunch of snowmen. Or Paul actually met Jack Frost face to face after he killed Sally, by the way, sorry. And went nuts by knocking out a bunch of fake snowmans. But one officer knocks him out because he was going like full on Dr. Loomis from Halloween. Yeah. However, the officer sees the Jack Frost snowman holding a stop sign. So he comes out, grabs the shovel from his trunk, and goes over to the snowman, only to realize that the stop sign is now on the ground with puddles left. So he puts the shovel away, but then sees Jack Frost in the front of his car. Or in the driver's seat, I meant. Don't ask how he got in, and no, I don't know how he's driving with no feet. But he eventually killed the cop, which was named Chris, by the way. And now, I believe we all know what this movie is about. So content warning for everybody who's watching this. And if you ain't gonna like this scene, click off now. Because of course, we then get to the infamous scene. Well, not entirely yet, but you'll see. So eventually, we go to one scene. Sorry. So, Tommy and his girlfriend, friend Jill, aka Jake's brother, or daughter, snuck into Debbie, the sheriff's house, and they was gonna basically have an early Christmas present together, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I had to sound like that. I'm just trying to, So then they just basically hanged out in the house, just because they probably didn't want anybody in our house. So Tommy, he's poured some champagne, but then heard some snowballs being thrown out the window. And take a wild guess. Of course, it's Jack Frost. And of course, he made some stupid one-liner, and Tommy tried using a knife to stab this Jack Frost, but of course, it doesn't do to him because he's a flippin' snowman. Sorry. So then he used an icicle as a power that he somehow has, and stabs him in the face, or stabs him in the head from it, then shoots another one straight to his head. Okay, now content warning. Because of course, and please get off if you don't like this, but we get to the infamous snowman rape scene. If y'all thought the tree rape scene in Evil Dead 1 was bad, or even in Evil Dead 2013, trust me, it is nothing compared to this pile of fucking shit moment that we get to it. But so Jill had, so while Tommy was getting killed, she was using a blow dryer to dry her hair, and then take a bath in somebody's house, by my add, while rock music is playing. But then there was a carrot in the water, and the water started to freeze. Cause then pops out Jack Frost holding Jill, and he rapes her to death. To anyone who likes that shit, fuck you. And fuck the creator who made this movie, because if it was your idea, fuck you. Or whoever's idea was it, fuck you, because us lesson learned people, if you think it's a very good idea to have just some living object like either have sexual intercourse or even rape to someone that is a human, don't fucking don't. So anyways, don't worry, we're fucking done with that nightmare. But eventually, Sam knows that their victim, or that there's Officer Stones, and the deputy, he figures out that whatever the thing is, they can't kill him with your everyday weapons. But soon they hear the deputy Chris's car pull up, but nope, it was fucking Jack Frost. So they show him it does nothing. Jack Frost says a one-liner, which was "Made in America." But once he was born in America, then yes, he was made in America. Fuck this movie, y'all. Just fuck this damn movie. And of course, the gang finally the adults put two and two together that it is indeed Jack Frost. Because no shit, Sherlock. So they tried shooting the water that was Jack Frost, but of course it didn't work. So they tried blowing up the building, bug bombing the building, and they even say, "Hey, crazy old Paul from the police station, so that he ain't dying with Jack Frost." And it did kind of work for only about a few seconds until he comes back, and then and then only came like in a different pieces, like a Mr. Potato Head. So as the rest of the town bunkered down, he put himself together again like Humpty Dumpty. And they talked about how his soul got merged with acid, which became a chemical, which that does not work, I don't think. But yeah. So then they decided to have another plan, and they stood outside and waiting for Jack Frost, which he comes in as a big ass boulder. And he bursts through the doors, but misses. And when he comes back as a snowman, and Sam calls out to him, Jack Frost comes after them, and for some reason the four boys were standing there like they was ready to be part of like they was being like either the Backstreet Boys or even the Beatles. Oh wait, that's five of them. Damn it! Oh wait, the Backstreet Boys. Is the Backstreet Boys? Yeah, I think so. Damn me, but you get what I mean. So, and then they pull out some hair dryers that they somehow have, and they use it to melt him down. Now, all the way towards the furnace, so he can just get burnt. But guess what happens? Of course, he does not die. And he comes back to life, or he comes out of the furnace because of steam. Steam, I tell ya. So then Jack Frost chews on one person's face, but But spoiler, he actually comes back in the sequel, but got replaced by a different actor. So stay tuned for the sequel after Christmas. So Jack looks over at the other cop that was in the room with them, zooms in on him, but of course it's not done yet, because then later he comes back out pale as a ghost, and no joke, vomits Jack Frost out, and Agent Stone, that's his name, dies from it. And he, of course, gets formed by the snow, or gets formed by the snowman. So Jack Frost finally starts sneaking his way into Sam's car with Ryan inside, and apparently he locked the door with ice. So Sam breaks the window while Ryan throws his cookies at him, and that James called them shills for some reason. However, it started to harm Jack Frost. Why? Because apparently he straight up put antifreeze in the cookie, like it's an edible thing to eat. So anyway, Jack Frost tries going after them again when he gets out of the car, and after having half of his face ruined and bloody, might I add. Don't ask. But gets hit by a car, and that's another pun, which was like, oh, I can see a house from up here. Well, fly up in the sky and falling down, but getting back together and chasing after Sam. So eventually, Jack pins Sam by the door and tries killing him with an icicle, but Sam throws Jack straight out the window and onto the pickup truck that was filled with antifreeze. And he dissolves him straight into liquid, but when Ryan pulls out what's remaining of Jack Frost, aka his hand, it basically wraps around his face, and Sam basically baptized the ever-living Jesus out of Ryan. The power of bad characters compels you. But yeah, then the movie ends with the gang burying the antifreeze with Jack inside in a graveyard, while Jack Frost creepily and quietly sings, "Have yourselves a merry little Christmas." And that was Jack Frost. What do you think the movie was like? Because of course, shitty characters, shitty actors, music, well, kinda, but... And that fucking one scene! But trust me, the shit is not over yet, because we still got Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Killer Snowman to look for tomorrow. Or Thursday, basically. So that's it for me. I want to wish every last one of you YouTubers a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and a Happy Hanukkah and a Happy Kwanzaa or whatever the fuck you celebrate. So thank you for watching, and please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all for Thursday for the final day. See ya. Wait, hold on. Yeah, sorry. I realized I had to.